Tonight about cell phones and their effect on our bodies. A recent study found a link between cell phone radiation and cancer. 8 News investigator Kerry O'Brien shows us what we can do to reduce the risk.
You've heard the warnings, and it's even in the tiny print of most cell phone owners' manuals. And here, in the legal section in your phone, you're warned not to hold your cell phone too close to your body.
And over here is the big spike that we get from our phones.
That big spike, radio frequency radiation coming from our cell phones. Erden Topsicle, chair of ECU's Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, and his team of students shows us radiation levels from our cell phones constantly fluctuate.
When you have your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and cellular data, all of them are on at the same time, the number actually goes up.
If your phone is right next to your face, you're essentially in direct line of that power.
The 10-year research study funded by the federal government exposed mice and rats to RF radiation, similar to a human's exposure from cell phones. Some of the rats developed brain tumors. Also sounding the alarm, another study out of Yale University found cell phone use during pregnancy can lead to behavioral disorders in children.
200 exposed to microwaves, 70% of them were almost very hyperactive, almost similar to what we have in humans like ADHD.
CTIA, a trade group that lobbies for the cell phone industry, tells 8 News they are aware of the studies and adds, based on substantial literature, the scientific evidence shows no known health risk due to RF energy emitted by cell phones. And they go on to say the rate of brain cancer in the United States has remained stable. The American Cancer Society says more studies are needed. Until then, some are creating products aimed at reducing cell phone radiation.
The technology that we developed is capable of deflecting over 99.9% of that radiation effectively.
VCU grad student Umar Hasni has created fabric woven with radiation shielding.
It's a patterning design technology, and it's patent pending right now.
Testing it for us, Hasni puts the fabric between 2 radio frequency antennas. You can see with his fabric a dramatic drop in the radiation levels. Later this year, he plans to turn the fabric into a band or bodysuit that could be worn by expectant mothers.
The device is very small, very simple.
And because your headset can act as an antenna, allowing radiation to climb up the cable, Ed Peterson, CEO of Cooler Communications, shows us Cool Call. The device plugs into your headphones jack. Your headphones then plug into the Cool Call device.
After it passes through this piece, no more radiation will pass up the cable to your headset.
Peterson says chemicals combined with copper wires inside the device absorb the radiation.
So what comes out the other side is nothing but a pure, clean digital signal.
You can buy the product online. What else can you do to reduce your exposure to RF radiation? Use speakerphone for calls. Text instead of talk. And when you must talk, never use Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and cellular data all at the same time. Try to disconnect at least one. As we mentioned before, when they're all working at the same time, radiation levels increase. We'll have more information on the products you saw and what the FCC has to say about all of this in our story online. Kerry O'Brien, 8 News.
If you have a story that you want the 8 News investigators to look